Gold FM is #1 here in Sigatoka.
Gold FM is our favorite radio station here in Lautoka.
Gold FM is #1 in Nelly.
I love listening to Gold FM in Ba.
We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits here in Suva.
Hear about Batu Cola, you immediately think of gold. I'm Josephine Sabi and I love hearing Gold FM.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
In this bulletin, President visits Fijian troops in Sinai. Unionist Attar Singh resigns from FICTU to join National Federation Party. An independent candidate Rashika Deo collects signatures for registration to contest general elections. Good evening, I'm Amrita Priyadarshini and this is FBC News. Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama has extended Fiji's condolences to the Premier of China following the recent violent terrorist attack in Urumqi city in the Xinjiang province. In a note to Premier Lee Ki-Kwang, Bainimarama stated that Fiji stands with the people of China in their moment of grief and are saddened at the tragic loss of life and injuries to innocent civilians. The attack has claimed 31 lives and injured 90. President Ratuepeli Nailatikau today visited Fijian peacekeeping troops in Sinai. Members of the 2nd Battalion Fiji Infantry Regiment accorded a guard of honor and a ceremonial welcome to the President at the Al Gora base. Ritika Pratap reports.
The regiment, which serves on a peacekeeping mission under the banner of the Multinational Force and Observers, or MFO, was commended by the President for upholding years of traditional commitment to peacekeeping duties. Fiji's presence in the region dates back to the 1980s and has since been consistent not only in Sinai but in other volatile regions around the world. In his brief address, the President reminded the troops of Fiji's historical role in peacekeeping duties.
Indeed, honored to be here today and to see that the men are in good spirits and carrying out their duty. But I have just reminded them that their loyalty is to the force commander of this force, that they'll carry out the command that you give them in the quickest possible time and in the best manner possible. No questions asked.
Fiji is the third largest troop contributing nation from all the 13 countries that serve under MFO Sinai mission. MFO Force Commander Major General Dennis Thompson extended their appreciation for Fiji's consistent contribution to the peacekeeping operations in Sinai. The President is leading a delegation to visit troops stationed in volatile regions in the Middle East. Earlier this week, he visited troops in the Golan Heights. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Trade unionist Attar Singh has revealed he is joining the National Federation Party to contest the September elections. Singh made the announcement today after resigning from his role as General Secretary of the Fiji Islands Council of Trade Unions. Akusita Tale has more.
Attar Singh has been a trade unionist for 26 years and leaving was a hard decision to make. He says this is the only way to move workers' rights in the country.
There's a very large weight on the workers to bear. They come in different forms of decrees that restrict worker rights, that violate worker rights. They come in various forms of policy decisions that undermine worker rights and worker interest. And we have been trying to fight these issues and trying to resolve them over many, many years.
He has been a supporter of the National Federation Party since 1991 and believes this time the party will take Fiji to greater heights.
It is time that people thought about parties and candidates as individuals and parties, as a vehicle to move, to bring about changes and improve the quality of life of the people.
Singh says he will do his best to help workers and at the same time is looking forward to working with the party. Singh is expected to be part of the NFP's working committee meeting to be held in Tamavua, Suva tomorrow. Ako si Tatale, FBC News.
Activist and independent candidate Rashika Deo set out today to collect signatures from her supporters in order to register for the upcoming general elections. Josephine Navula caught up with her at Lothala Beach outside Suva this morning.
A lawyer by profession, Rashika Deo is confident of standing in this year's election as she has been working hard in advocating issues that affect women and youth. She held 2 signature drives today, one at Lothala Beach and another in Nararian and Simnu.
Political parties, they have a whole machinery behind them in terms of the resources and mobilizing people. But for us, we have a committed group of people. And we have youth networks and women's networks that are helping us, mobilize people to collect the signatures.
This is not the first time Deo's Be the Change campaign has conducted signature drive.
A similar signature drive before, and it went really well. There was a lot of people, they came out to sign. Some of them didn't have the voter ID cards. Some of them lost it, so they wanted to know what to do. So I think it's a very good exercise because it also helps people know what's the registration process. If they've lost their card, what happens? Can they still register? So it was good. I mean, we're expecting people to come and ask about us before they give the signatures.
The public were impressed at what the candidate had to offer.
She's a young girl. Maybe she can do something better than somebody else. So I'll try to support her. I will support her.
If they lead the nation, to lead the nation truly, just like people wanting all the nations to be nice.
Deo hopes to submit her nominations to stand for the September elections to the Fijian Elections Office by August. Josephine Navula, FBC News.
Still to come on FBC News, attractive tariffs registers interest from independent power producers.
Gonga elambasa Mbula FM number 2 na sere.
Ndo talita kana borong na Mbula FM number 2 na sere su.
Au waitu tu garaki au reba tu ni stima au ndo talita kana borong na Mbula.
Bola bina Fiji Mbula FM number 2 singa toka.
Bola bina era roga Mbula FM number 2 tikonga.
Mbula FM number 2 na sere.
Welcome back to FBC News. A South Korean investor hopes to produce renewable energy in Fiji by investing more than $70 million. Chanel Sivan reports to attract even more independent power producers. The Commerce Commission has made tariffs more attractive.
A 4.4 cent increase in the tariff rate will now encourage investors to enter the Fiji market and generate renewable energy. Commerce Commission Chair Dr. Mahendra Reddy says Fiji is burning a lot of fuel to generate hydroelectricity.
We have raised this tariff rate from the existing 25.6 cents to 30 cents per unit. This is basically to attract and make it more attractive for independent power producers to engage into renewable energy business and supply electricity to the grid.
The new rate has already convinced one South Korean investor to set up a biogas plant.
We just had a meeting 3 weeks ago with a major investor from South Korea who is looking at making a $40 million investment in the Western Division to generate electricity from biomass. And they're about to start. So they were just waiting for this determination.
Reddy says other power producers have been waiting on the sidelines. They just wanted better rates.
There will be an increasing trend in price of oil, and we need to do something about it, not only to curb the use of, to contain fuel import, but also reduce fuel import. And the only way is to see how we can encourage people engaging into renewable energy.
In 2012, the Fiji Electricity Authority spent $102 million on diesel generators. This increased to $122 million last year. Chanel Shivan, FBC News.
The Northern Division is working on one of its biggest dreams to become a major dairy supplier in the country. Mika Longo reports authorities are looking at former sugarcane farmers and the Itoke community to forge ahead the division's aspirations.
The Northern Division is challenged by the Central and Western Divisions, whose dairy industries are growing from strength to strength.
That's another new industry that we want to introduce in Honolulu. We have been working closely with the veterinary office, our office in Honolulu, who looks after animal health, and we are now looking for land.
Government administrators in the north and their private sector stakeholders are hoping to start the supply of dairy from 2015.
We have seen that the disease that has affected the Central Division. Now Western Division has taken over at least to cushion up, so we would like to be part of.
The Commissioner Northern's office has wasted no time in working towards its target. It's already identified up to 50 acres of vacant land in various communities that are ideal for dairy farming.
We have already asked the landowners if they can contribute their land, then we will supply them with dairy producing cows, so that they will be part of producing milk for the whole of Fiji.
An inventory of farmers who own 2 to 3 cows has shown there's potential for a dairy industry in the north. All that's left is for the setup of chilling centers and other infrastructure to establish a dairy industry in the division. Mikalonga, FBC News.
The Ministry of Women has stressed the need for a stronger fight against the rising prevalence of teenage pregnancies, sexually transmitted infections and suicide in the country. The ministry is looking to fight them at grassroots level, where they seem to be rife. Savara Tambua has the story.
More than 1,500 unplanned pregnancies were recorded last year and more than 1,600 cases of STIs. Family planning reps have been advised to sell condoms to the communities, and UNFPA believes this can be a way of reducing the unwanted pregnancies and infections among young people.
If no money, no condom, and no sex. Because if no condom, there will be STIs, there will be unplanned pregnancy. And the question we always bring to the community, to ask the young people, are they ready to become responsible mother or father? That's something that we always bring to the community for them to think about it.
Participant says teenage pregnancies tops the list, and what they learn from the training will assist them in dealing with such problems.
In my area where I serve, the main issue we face there is teenage pregnancy. So by this reproductive health program we are doing, we're trying to encounter this issue.
18 years old, and it's illegal to distribute condoms. So from what I've gathered, it's good just to distribute to the mature ones, 20 plus.
One participant believes nothing should be hidden from young people regarding sexual reproductive health.
I have 2 daughters, and I believe as a young mother to share this important information with them and not hide anything since they are grown up.
This is the first training program by the Ministry of Women and Social Welfare on sexual reproductive health in conjunction with UNFPA and Empower Pacific. Sabera Tambua, FBC News.
Rotuma will always remain a special part of Fiji, and with its natural beauty and unique history, the faraway island has had a disproportionate influence on Fiji's development. Apisala Medoka has the story of the island.
Still rich in their culture and tradition, the people of Rotuma continue to uphold and celebrate their own unique way of life. This is evident when dignitaries arrive on the island. They are welcomed to this house-like structure called a hata, and the people sing the key. In this instance, the people are celebrating Rotuma Day, welcoming the Prime Minister and his wife to the island after 6 years.
The great strength of the new Fiji we are building together is our ability to celebrate the richness of our respective cultures, even as we embrace the overriding principle of one people, one nation.
The display of their culture and tradition humbled all who witnessed the celebration.
Under my government, we want to encourage the public celebrations of our nation's rich and unique heritage, to remind everyone of how we came to be where we are, and together underline our determination to take Fiji forward in a united and inclusive way.
The Prime Minister instilled in them during the celebration that Fiji is for all Fijians.
I have a fundamental belief that there is a place in the new Fiji for everyone, whoever they are and wherever they come from. It doesn't matter to me what your background is. Together, we must all work hard to fulfill our destiny and make Fiji great.
The joyous occasion is one that touches the heart of Rotumans everywhere. A reminder of when the island was ceded to Great Britain in 1881. Rotuma Day celebration is not complete without the food, mainly pork and corned beef, something guests always look forward to. Apisolome Voka, FBC News.
Coming up in sports, Flying Fijians coaching panel announced. And Fiji under-19 happy with first outing.
Mirchi FM is #1 in Singapore.
और किसके सुनिए यार हमारा एक सच्चा साथी है मिर्ची एफएम लंबा साथी.
I love Mirchi FM. It's so hot. देखे में लाल खाए में हाय. Tangi tauwa में Mirchi FM is hot.
Here at Rugby Town, Singapore, love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Mirchi FM is #1 in Suva. It's hot.
हम इंग्लिश लंबासा में रहता है. तो क्या बताएंगे मिर्ची एफएम सुनता है.
Mirchi FM, बहुत जुलूम.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Welcome to FBC Sports. Flying Fijians rugby coach John McKee has named an experienced coaching panel to assist him in the June internationals. Amongst them are 2 former Fijian internationals and a former New Zealand provincial coach, all of whom McKee rates as top-notch. Indra Singh has more.
Mosese Roluni is an assistant coach.
Confirming his team of coaches who will work with John McKee for the next month or so, and included his former Flying Fijian skipper Mosese Roluni.
I spoke to Moji when I went across to watch the last 2 games of the PRC, and I spoke to Moji while I was in Brisbane. And I was high performance manager, so I wasn't offering anything. I was just really talking to him to see what his feelings were, what his availability was. I think one of the things we've got to look forward with Fiji rugby is develop Fijian coaches to step up to the highest level.
While Alifred Timodelutu joins his former teammate in the setup, Andre Bell, who has extensive coaching experience, including mentoring the Wellington Lions in New Zealand, is also included.
Andre is he's a coach. Most recently, he's been coaching in Japan. He's a lot of experience in ITM Cup level in New Zealand.
And Bell will not only be here for June, as McKee has roped him for the long term.
He's a coach that brings a lot of experience. He's actually just recently signed with Connacht and Ireland, so next season he'll be going with to Connacht, and that's partly why it took us so long to name the coaching team, because I want to get a coaching team that'll carry forward, not a coaching team that we change all the time. So we had to ensure that he was firstly available for June, and also to make sure he's available for November, which the club over there said he will be.
So with a month of tough internationals lined up, the biggest challenge will no doubt come in the form of the World Cup qualifier against the Cook Islands. However, the confidence oozing from the coaching staff can only suggest they are ready to unleash the best Flying Fijians lineup in recent time. Indra Singh, FBC Sports.
Beta Siri has maintained its unbeaten run in the Skipper Cup provincial rugby competition. This after the Highlanders beat Northland 22-12. In other games played today, Namosi upset Nadi 23-6 at home and Suvatham Maduata 25-15. In a battle of the neighbours, Vatukola beat Tavua 16-0. Ovala won its game against Lautoka by default. The Wardens rugby team today received a major sponsorship from hardware company Vinod Patel. The sponsorship will be used for the upcoming tournaments this year. It is something the Wardens Club says they hope will help in the development of the future Sevens players in the country. The company has forked out a total sponsorship of $7,000, which includes new outfit for the team, bonus payment for the team winning or finishing as runners-up in any tournament.
Today, as your representative have indicated to us, that will challenge us for the major tournaments that will be competing at the end of this year and next year. I think the only one that will win is the nations in terms of how we develop our 7 teams going up to the Olympic or to the World Cup.
Meanwhile, the side departs for Samoa tomorrow for a tournament. The Vodafone Fiji team coaching staff is happy to have gotten rid of first game jitters at the OFC Under-20 Football Championships. Fiji beat American Samoa 4-0 and in the process has jumped to the top of the points table after match day 1. However, the side knows it will only now get tougher with 4 games left. Indra Singh has more.
3 points in the bag, the first match out of the way, and now 4 more to go. The road to 2015 Under-20 World Cup has started on a positive note for the baby Fijians.
I would say that was the first game, and the boys played well in the first half, but second half they panicked because they thought they're not playing well, and they were rushing to the opponent's half and to the goal, and they were not able to score because they were I would say, yes, rushing too much.
While the team banged in 4 goals, there were also numerous opportunities missed by the Fijian youngsters.
After the game, we had our meeting and then we discussed things, and the boys have known how to react in situations like that.
But like any good team, it's about taking the maximum points on offer and only battering in the next match.
I said before that we'll take game by game, and American Samoa is gone. Now we are facing New Caledonia. So we'll take New Caledonia as one of our opponents, greatest opponents.
American Samoa denied Fiji any goals in the second half, and no, they can also only get better.
Yeah, I mean, I was really happy the way they performed, but we come short, but I'm happy with the way they performed.
More or less, the match tomorrow against New Caledonia will prove to be a different ball game for the Fiji side. The Fijian youngsters will be looking at continuing their winning run to keep their dream alive. Indra Singh, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, Papua New Guinea created the biggest upset of match day 1, beating the Solomon Islands 2-0 last night. Against all odds, the White on Roof coach side stunned the highly fancied Solomon's outfit. Here's the action.
6 targets for Papua New Guinea in the penalty area, 1 sitting at the back, and it's in! Papua New Guinea take the lead! The marking was poor when Ayrton Yaga scored. Oh, and that's a good effort! Oh. It's in! Papua New Guinea have a goal! They lead by 2-0.
Yeah, it's something that we're working both attack and defence. Lucky with the second one, but we'll take it.
Yes, actually we come very determined to win this game. Unfortunately, we went down by 2 goals. We actually missed a lot of opportunities which we supposed to convert.
Vanuatu also recorded a win in its opening match, beating New Caledonia 1-0.
Caltech, that's a very good ball. Now an opportunity for Coker. He scores! Justin Coker has opened the scoring.
The crowd goes wild, the players go wild here at ANZ Stadium. Look at the celebration. That's the one they wanted.
And match day 2 will be played tomorrow. The Vodafone Fiji National Rugby League matches continued in Suva today. The intensity was quite high amongst the players vying for the top finish in the domestic competition at Suva Grammar School. The bottom 2 teams from the top 8 will be relegated at the end of the competition. Fine weather was the order of the day today. All centres had fine weather in the morning and in the afternoon, except for Suva, where there were some clouds this afternoon. Nadi, Lautoka, Ba and Lambasa all recorded the highest temperatures today, hitting 29 degrees. Savu hit 28 degrees and Suva the lowest with 27 degrees. Tomorrow, Suva and Savu can expect some brief showers throughout the day. Elsewhere, it should be fine. As for the further outlook, a strong wind warning remains in force for the Yasawa waters, Vatoira Passage, Kandavu Passage, Northern Vanuatu and Northern Lao waters. Southeast winds 20 to 25 knots with rough seas and moderate southerly swells. Our main stories tonight. President visits Fijian troops in Sinai. Unionist Attar Singh resigns from Pictou and joins National Federation Party. An independent candidate, Rashika Deo, collects signatures for registration to contest general elections. To our poll question now. Should tollways be introduced on the roads? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News. Or if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. That's all from us tonight. See you again tomorrow. Good evening.
Today FM is #1 here in Singapore.
We love Today FM in Lambasa. It rocks!
My favorite station in Nandi is Today FM.
Listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks in Sabah.
Loto kasi di love today's kid music.
I love Today FM because they play all my songs.
We love Today FM at Univer Lambasa. Yeah, it rocks!
I love Today FM because it rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.